Oh, got a spinner. Austin Hill, the 82, looks like he got hit from behind.
Just hang on here.
And they keep.
What happened to Timothy Peters when all this went down? Oh, wow. They let off.
Wow. That's Justin Boston, the 54 truck for KBM, getting a lot of damage when he got in.
Gap was there. The left rear tire goes on that 82 truck. Around he goes. Look, they're riding behind so they don't get in a crash. You got to be on your toes. See the tire go there?
Yeah, the carcass comes off. Chris Fontaine moves all the way up to the top of the racetrack.
That
narrowly escapes.
That is amazing. What a
See
great
Daniel
job.
Hemrick going by that white and black car, or truck, excuse me, number 14.
And poor old Justin Marks that had to, he's not old, but he had to serve that penalty for changing lanes before the start. They came around and lapped him. He was trailing the pack, waiting to get a free pass and come around, and he's in it.
He waited a little bit too long. And Legacy's all over the back of that 29 truck of Terrio.
Oh, truck in the wall. That's Boston. He had more than just a little problem. He's in the fence, and caution waves for the second time tonight.
Tough start to the 2015 for Justin Boston. Great opportunity for him. Veteran of the ARCA Series, last 2 years, top 5 finishes in points both years, and it's going to be a tough day here tonight.
Something was dragging on that truck, possibly a suspension component. Whatever it was, wore through.
You can see the wheels turned to the right, the brakes locked up, and that truck was going left anyway.
Something failed in the front steering, obviously.
Travis Kvapil will get the free pass on this second caution flag of the night. And
wow.
Crash. It's the big one. Something broken, Michael,
almost
and everybody
stopped.
piled in.
James Busher, the 31, also involved in this incident. Ray Black Jr., the 07
Top. That didn't really seem to have anything to do with the beginning of that crash.
Right at the bottom. Just an accordion-like wreck as the trucks behind can't slow down in time.
So much effect. You see, the 29 was close to the 4 truck. We heard him back off Austin Terrio in the 29 truck, but he was within a truck length of the 4 truck of Eric Jones in front of him.
And the accordion, as it came together, Busher got into the back of John West Townley, and those were the first trucks to spin.
Look at Brian Silas. I've tried to pick guys that do a nice job of getting through a wreck. Very few people got through that one.
And we talked about inexperience and experience here.
It's out. Spin off the 4.
Caution is out.
Ray Black Jr., the 07, had a problem in practice, got against the outside wall. They got that truck repaired, but looked like he got a little bit loose coming off of turn number 4.
Couldn't tell if the 02 of Tyler Young might have been involved in that as well. He headed to pit road.
He just went down pit road to avoid this. Take a look here. There you see there may be some contact right here, or just got real close to him. Maybe took a little air off that rear spoil, and around Ray Black Jr. goes. He does a nice job keeping that truck from backing up the hill into the outside wall.
That's exactly what happened, Phil. When the 15 got up under him, got beside him like that, or pushed that air onto the left rear corner panel, it just pushed Ray Black right around. That's one thing that's frustrating as a driver. You know, he went down in that corner and he was free anyway.
And really the first 2 trucks have checked out just a little bit. And caution out again this time for the 15. Mason Mingus with a problem.
Looks like he kept it out of the wall.
Ooh. That was closed down on the apron. Cody Ware in the 50 truck. Good avoidance there. Mingus running 23rd when that problem came out.
He was one of the trucks that made a pit stop. He did not change tires on that caution flag, but he did come down pit road for a chassis adjustment. Now he's going to need to put tires on.
I'm thinking he's going to put tires on for sure this time. Let's take a look. Cody Ware right there behind him.
Looks like he might have had a little help right there.
Might have. Mason does a nice job again keeping that truck from backing up the hill into the outside safer barrier.
There again, that's one of the hard things about Atlanta. When you get down in the middle of the corner, if the truck in front of you slips just that little bit and slows his speed down, it's real easy to get into him. You have to be constantly aware that you got to be understanding these guys can do that and get in trouble.
Under caution at Atlanta Motor Speedway, NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. Cody Ware with a problem. Big impact on the front of his truck, the number 50. And also about the same time, Timothy Peters at least the right front was down and perhaps the right rear as well when he came to pit road.
We saw some of that shredding during the Xfinity race. Timothy Peters, I think the first one that we've seen here in the truck race. This could be a huge break for Brad Keselowski. Brad pitted back on lap number 42 just 8 laps ago. I think we're far enough into this run that all the lead lap trucks are going to come down pit road. Brad will definitely take the waiver on. That'll put him to within 1 lap. Then he's got a possibility of a free pass or something like that. So this really could be a huge break for Brad Keselowski to try to get him back in contention for this thing.
This scenario was really the only hope that Brad had of getting back in the lead lap, because he had to be able to take this waiver round, because he was no way going to get 2 laps back on his own. It just wasn't going to happen. So this is the best thing that could have happened for him.
And the bad news is he probably could have gone this far on fuel and not stopped.
Cody Ware climbing out of the number 50. Good to see him out. Let's take a look. Top of the screen.
Right, and there's Cody, as you mentioned, Brian, pretty hard impact. A couple of trucks coming by on the outside. Joe Nemechek, Daniel Hemrick, Johnny Sauter getting by on the outside.
We didn't see the start of this, but I'm going to guess that he got a little loose and overcorrected, the typical rookie mistake that here at Atlanta.
Crafton said he needed more forward drive, so they helped him out with some adjustments during that pit stop, and forward drive he got. He has picked up 4 spots since the restart, and there's Mason Mingus going around, Adam.
He was going in the wrong direction since the restart after not pitting, and he see the damage there, and the caution is out.
Caution is out. Caution is out. Caution.
2 trucks involved in turn 2. It's our 4th caution of the afternoon. Matt Crafton, the race leader. Joey Logano is 2nd. Eric Jones is 3rd. Johnny Sauter is 4th. Cameron Haley, the top 5. We're live in Martinsville on Fox Sports 1. Back in that outside lane in turns 3 and 4.
Big block by Suarez there on the 0-0 of Cole Custer as they exited turn 2. He's got a spinner.
Caleb Holman around.
This is what happens. Late in the race, you bunch them up, get some cautions. That means restarts, and then you get the yellow flag a few more times, our 5th of the day.
Cautions breed cautions. We've said that all along.
Spencer Gallagher got the free pass on our last caution.
There's going to be a chain reaction down here. You see the 75 looked like Timothy Peters got into him. He was racing side by side with the 14 of Daniel Hemrick.
On board with our Toyota on board, Timothy Peters.
Wow, Caleb Holman was about as far up as he could go, but I think Peters had Hemrick down on the inside of him, and it just they ran out of room.
Caution good for James Busher, who gets the free pass.
See there, they're trying to go 3 wide, and we've proven that that's
hard. It's certainly hard to do. It's not impossible, but it's hard to do. 4 wide won't work for sure.
But he gets the caution flag. Remains just 1 lap down.
Time to go now. 65 laps to go. Ray Black Jr. around.
Spins all the way around, and if he can get going, perhaps he can stay on the lead lap here. 7th caution of the afternoon. This one for the 07 of Ray Black Jr. Off to a great start in 2015 and was running solid here today. Was inside the top 15 when he went around. Great in the late going at Martinsville. Matt Crafton on top. 35 laps to go at Martinsville, under caution for the 8th time today. It's for the 35 of Tommy Regan. Leaders midway down the back straightaway, and the question becomes to pit or not to pit. The pit lane is open. You see right of your screen the green flag waving, and the answer is no thank you for at least the top 5 or 6. In fact, it doesn't look like anybody's going to come until you look here. Justin Boston and Spencer Gallagher are going to make a stop.
Yeah, that's going to be it. I think these drivers and teams felt like the tires have kept their speed. Didn't want to, with only 30-some laps to go, didn't want to take a chance of getting back there in traffic.
Justin Boston was racing hard with Matt Tiff. Tiff got to the inside of him. Does a nice job. Boston up into the Tommy Regan truck. And then look at Tiff. He slides through on the bottom. Phil, we got to keep our eye on that truck. He's got tires. He's fast, too. He could have something to say about winning this race.
Matt has really done a nice job. Had a top 10 here last fall. There's another view. Justin Boston did his best to stay off of Tommy Regan, just made a little bit of contact because he was having to give Matt Tiff some room on the bottom.
It's going to be an interesting restart, too. Logano down.
Banging at the start-finish line with 5 to go for the lead.
Look at Cole Custer. He gets into both of them.
And Cole Custer's going to pass them both. Cole Custer, but look who's on his tail.
How do you know how to do that at 17 years old?
I think he saw my brother do it. Was he born yet?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think he was. Crafton into the back of Custer, returning the favor.
And there goes Matt Crafton through. Put the 88 on point as Cole Custer spins. 2 laps to go. Will there be a caution? Not yet. Custer is rolling.
He's going to stop there. I think they got to bring
And
the caution out.
is out. Wow, we're going to go to overtime, and it's fitting because the racing has been electric.
They had to go to caution. They had to. Cole Custer was stalled there on the front straightaway.
Well, turnabout is fair play, as they say.
Yeah.
Custer took advantage of the situation he was presented when the leaders were side by side, and Matt Crafton said, "That's okay, buddy, I'll be back." And he was back, and he took advantage of the leader.
It doesn't get any better than this, does it? 3-way battle for the lead, less than 5 to go.
Yep. He runs in the back of Matt Crafton. That knocks him into Joey Logano.
Inside, clear. Nope.
Look at this move. Bam. Bam. Here I go.
Don't wreck no one. Bottom, clear.
Matt Crafton knew what he was going to do when he caught Cole Custer, and that was put the bumper to him.
Cole Custer being scored in the 15th position. But what a day for the 17-year-old, not afraid to race with our 2-time defending champion and a guy that won the Daytona 500.
How did Eric Jones miss Cole Custer? Amazing. That's a flash by right there.
Spin it all the way around, Now keep coming.
He's 17 years old, driving for Dale Earnhardt Jr.
There you go, come on.
Watch Eric Jones barely get by here. Look at that.
Go high. No caution.
Watch out. Oh, goodness.
He barely slipped by. Phil, I mean, we're going to have another restart. Joey Logano is going to be right behind Matt Crafton again. Right. Broke loose with him when he drove to the bottom. That's a quick snap there, too. You usually see him wiggle a little bit more than that.
The very back of the pack, they're running in the middle of the racetrack, just a little bit too free. All the talk.
Communication, spin off turn 4. Caution's out, Adam.
It's the 08. Corbin Forrester did such a good job in qualifying. Maybe.
Yes. Phil, you called it. That was a right.
So doing battle for the top spot.
It took
Caution's out. Wreck on the back. Still inside.
4th caution of the night, and
like
that's
Mason
a hard
Mingus.
hit. Wow.
Mason Mingus and Billy Boats Chevrolet.
Trying to start that thing up. I believe I'd sit still. I think we got some oil there. Could blow that engine up.
A career best finish last week for Mason Mingus. Not going to end good tonight. There you see the hit. Eking out in front as they come off of turn 4. Jones trying to power to the outside. Here they come back to the start-finish line. It's going to be a photo finish, sliding sideways at the line. Casey Kane wins it at Charlotte, and a huge crash behind him.
How's us first? I haven't heard from NASCAR yet.
By 1/1000th of a second, Casey Kane sideways gets the victory.